Welcome to Apartment Luxe, where luxury meets imagination.
At the summit of a striking high-rise in Frankfurt, this $100 million Adidas Sky Residence rises like a monument to structure. Inside, the main corridor sets the tone immediately. Honed white stone stretches across the flooring in seamless slabs. Everything here is intentional. A secondary corridor branches toward the public wing. This space shifts slightly darker, matte basalt. Stone walls contrast against pale concrete flooring, polished to a soft sheen. Embedded within the stone are thin brushed aluminum inlays, arranged in repeating linear patterns, recalling the geometry of performance tracks and structured athletic apparel. Minimal sculptural installations line the corridor. Then, the residence opens. The living room unfolds in double-height scale, framed by floor-to-ceiling structural glass overlooking the Frankfurt skyline. Daylight pours inward, reflecting across polished graphite limestone floors and illuminating the space with clean, natural clarity. This is not a soft, ornamental salon. This is architectural luxury. A monumental sectional in bone-white performance textile stretches across the center in a linear configuration, its silhouette sharp and structured. The upholstery is refined yet durable, inspired by technical athletic fabrics elevated into couture scale. The feature wall dominates the room. Clad in dark basalt stone rising 2 full stories, it features 3 massive recessed vertical steel panels, embedded flush into the surface. They are brushed stainless steel, slightly illuminated from within, forming a bold architectural interpretation of the 3 stripes. Subtle, powerful, unmistakable. A low, elongated coffee table crafted from polished concrete and brushed steel anchors the seating. Its edges are sharp yet refined, its proportions commanding. Adjacent to the living space, the dining pavilion continues the architectural narrative. A single 18-foot dining table, carved from white marble, rests on a base composed of 3 parallel steel supports. The geometry is disciplined and symmetrical. Surrounding it are 12 dining chairs, with precise stitch detailing inspired by performance. Craftsmanship. Behind the table, a textured concrete wall holds a single recessed stainless steel Adidas emblem, flush and understated. It does not glow, it does not dominate. It exists with quiet authority. Suspended above, a sculptural lighting installation composed of 3 elongated brushed metal panels hovers in parallel formation, reinforcing rhythm and proportion. Beyond the dining space, the kitchen reveals itself as an executive culinary laboratory. Matte white cabinetry stretches floor to ceiling in seamless panels, interrupted only by 3 horizontal, brushed steel inlays running across the expanse. The repetition is deliberate, structured, iconic, architectural. 2 expansive islands anchor the room. The primary island is carved from honed white marble, with sharp waterfall edges and a steel base frame. The secondary prep island is crafted from dark graphite stone with integrated induction surfaces, engineered to appear as a single monolithic slab. Integrated appliances sit flush within steel framing, maintaining the room's disciplined aesthetic. Floor-to-ceiling glass along one side brings natural daylight across polished surfaces, highlighting texture and reinforcing clarity. This public wing of the residence does not attempt spectacle. It demonstrates control. Adidas here is not branding. It is repetition, structure, endurance translated into material. The first master suite opens in expansive proportion, nearly 1,500 square feet of controlled luxury stretch toward floor-to-ceiling glass overlooking Frankfurt's skyline. Pale stone flooring grounds the space, while a monumental headboard wall in textured white plaster rises behind the bed. Embedded within it are 3 elongated brushed steel vertical panels, flush, restrained, and architectural in scale. The bed platform is sculpted in graphite leather and structured timber, its proportions precise. Floating stone nightstands are supported by steel brackets integrated directly into the wall. Private sitting lounge extends toward the glass. Linear sofas in bone-toned performance fabric, arranged in disciplined alignment. Nothing curves unnecessarily. Nothing interrupts symmetry. The second master suite introduces deeper contrast. Matte black basalt walls define the perimeter, balanced by soft white stone flooring. 3 horizontal steel light channels run behind the bed at shoulder height, casting controlled illumination that emphasizes texture without overwhelming the room. The bed itself is upholstered in charcoal leather, with precise stitch detailing inspired by performance tailoring. Near the window, a reading alcove framed in steel and glass offers skyline views bathed in natural daylight. Minimalist steel sculpture sculptures, abstract interpretations of endurance and repetition, the space feels focused, powerful, and intensely private. The third suite becomes a sanctuary of recovery. Walls in pale architectural plaster feature subtle vertical grooves carved with exact spacing. A meditation seating area rests near full-height glazing, where daylight softens the otherwise disciplined. Material palette. Cream textiles contrast gently against brushed steel accents, offering balance within. Precision. Each suite feels equal in importance. There are no secondary rooms in a residence like this, only variations of strength and serenity. The master bathrooms elevate wellness to architectural scale. The first bathroom unfolds like a private European spa. Book-matched white marble stretches across, floor and walls in uninterrupted slabs. A freestanding stone tub rests centrally beneath towering windows. Opposite, an 18-foot floating vanity in honed marble is supported by steel framing, integrated directly into the structure. A glass-enclosed rainfall shower stands beside it, its ceiling panel composed of 3 elongated brushed steel strips aligned in parallel formation. The geometry is disciplined even in water. The second bathroom shifts into darker territory, matte basalt walls paired with polished pale flooring. A deep soaking tub sits against a textured black stone feature wall etched with subtle horizontal lines. A steam chamber framed in steel and glass occupies one corner, while integrated lead strips trace 3 parallel lines across the ceiling. The third bathroom focuses entirely on longevity. Here, a built-in infrared sauna clad in pale wood sits behind frameless glass. Adjacent to it, a cold plunge pool is recessed into marble flooring. Twin vanities in white stone extend beneath full-height mirrors, framed in brushed steel. Daylight enters from a vertical slit window, illuminating surfaces with controlled clarity. Beyond the private suites, the residence expands into its most powerful offering, the wellness pavilion. A full 25-meter Olympic lap pool stretches beneath a double-height glass enclosure overlooking the skyline. The surrounding deck is finished in pale stone, bordered by thin graphite bands running in disciplined parallel formation. Water reflects daylight across concrete and steel, creating movement within structure. Adjacent to the pool, the performance gym occupies nearly 2,000 square feet. Professional grade training equipment in matte black and brushed steel stands integrated into the architecture. Flooring is engineered performance material framed by polished stone perimeter borders. A dedicated boxing area sits beneath focused overhead lighting, while biometric monitoring panels are embedded flush into one wall. At the far end, a cryotherapy chamber and recovery lounge extend the concept of disciplined health. This is not a recreational gym. It is an elite training facility within a residence. The organic garden provides contrast. Enclosed in structural glass, raised concrete planters arranged in parallel lines hold curated greenery, herbs, sculptural trees, oxygen-rich plants. Above, the rooftop terrace reveals its most dramatic expression. A private paddle and tennis court sits framed by the building's 3 monumental steel crown beams. Clear glass surrounds the court, allowing uninterrupted views across Germany's skyline. The entire residence feels cohesive. 3 lines, 3 beams, 3 rhythms. Adidas here is not a logo. It is structure. It is repetition. It is discipline elevated to luxury. From the steel crown above the skyline to the marble beneath every step, this $100 million Sky Residence embodies precision, endurance, and architectural strength. A home built not only for comfort, but for performance, engineered in the spirit of Germany itself. If you enjoyed the tour, like the video, share your thoughts in the comments, let us know where you're watching from, and subscribe for more stories where luxury meets imagination.